Hey, 4th of July 2020, and the trekker is solo, away from humanity and the chaos, which here in this small town of Bishop is nothing like listening to a month of continuous fireworks in Chicago or Portland. I've only heard a few so far. This is a 3-night trip, hopefully to get through Lamark coal down the other side of the range here and check out Darwin Basin. It's on my camping bucket list. And so my entry was pretty quick. There's a trail coming up from North Lake, following the creek emptying from Grass Lake. Grass Lake is just over here. And here on my small pack, which is just stuffed, it's always stuffed when I have to put the bear can in there. You know, once I eat the food, the space in the can goes down. But it's maxed. What I was getting at is I've stuffed in a celebratory drink. I was gonna go clean and sober, but I've had 2 pretty hectic days of work for the holiday here. And what we've got is first time trying it, John Daly's hard tea with lemon, and it's a whopping 8%. It's got a bite. It's refreshing, lemony, good tea flavor, no carbonation, and the first characteristic was an alcohol bite. And so I brought 2, and I'm darn glad of it. Nice to be in here away from these mosquitoes. I'm glad I brought this tent. It's nice to at least sit up instead of the bivvy. It's all like horizontal. So there's like some chill out room in here. And that's what I'm gonna do right now. No dinner, cooking, preparing. We're gonna eat some fantastic Slim Jim and cheese, and since I work now at Snack Central, I bought some bark thins, blueberry quinoa chocolate bark thins. So that, my nice John Daly's hard tea, Snackalicious. We're gonna look at the Mapalicious, and we're gonna do some sci-fi. Real nice and quiet morning up here, and only the die-hard mosquitoes want to brave this direct sunlight. There's a few in the tent, but not so bad, because right now it's coffee time. Yeah, they were all over this tent last night, these mosquitoes. And I didn't want to deal with the cooking, though I wish I would have, to empty out this bear can a little bit more. There he is. And now that mosquito has my blood, and so I'll try to let it live. And so here's something that I wouldn't have brought on a lightweight trip, the Whisper Light stove. I have a titanium alcohol burning stove, a Vargo. It weighs 1 ounce. It's great. I recommend it. And I just got to a point where I was getting the maximum burn out of it by setting it on a rock. And looking around to buy more denatured alcohol, I found that California outlawed it. That sucks. You know, wish I would have known and bought a couple gallons before it was gone. Generally, a gallon, well, I'm still using last year's gallon, so it gets me through. I was fortunate to find a reference testing video on YouTube where they had tested a few different liquids to burn. And so I have the option of isopropyl alcohol, which isn't easy to find now in this plague-ridden society, and especially the 99%. What I've heard is that it burns a little dirty. Next would be what I've seen in the stores previously, is called HEAT, H-E-E-T. It's a fuel additive for vehicles. Okay, so I can't burn it, but we can burn it in vehicles. It's basically ethanol. So I'm going to have to look around and see if that's been outlawed yet or not. Oh, there's the blood mosquito. Come out. Come out. Come out. Don't get squished. You got to make babies now. It's a real nice forest. It's a real nice place just to acclimate. And I'm just climbing right straight up this way to Lamark Lake. There's two, upper and lower. And probably gonna check in then. Climbing up. Passed a few guys out here. One guy told me about the rest of the way and down the other side. Not so intimidating now. And I've just been switching up. There's a very visible trail to follow. Guess I'm just going to keep on pushing. Think I'll have a better idea once I get past this. And so I just rounded this corner and everything was steep over there. But here's it's a basin. It's a nice basin. It's weird coming to a place like this where you don't know what to expect. Now here, this is very welcoming. And I'm thinking that's what I was looking for, some place that just welcomed me. There's running water down here and just over here. And we see the top edging up. It's hard to say how much farther it is. I was told a couple hours, about 15 minutes ago. This is it. I've got a camp started just over here. Wasn't exactly what I expected, but I really didn't know what to expect. Going back down over the coal into Darwin Basin has become a little problematic. First of all, my legs are tired as hell right now. And my guess is, it's just the back of that saddle. But on the other side, there's a 1,500-foot drop down to the lakes. Nothing in between. And it's mosquito heaven at those lakes. The next option was Darwin Bench, which I was told wasn't too bad with mosquitoes. It's just too far down the other way. Now, what would make it not far at all is if I continued to make a loop and come back basically through Paiute Canyon, which deposits me down there where I parked. So, that being said, I'm not going to drop back down. Yeah, okay. It's a partial shelter from the wind. Nice shade now in this area. It's like the biggest stunted tree around. Maybe the only. Okay. Time to relax. I need to. Yep. Another day in paradise. That's the last of the coffee. The sun's warming up. It wasn't too bad last night. Just a little chilly, not cold. And I had some critter wasn't happy about me being here. I was thinking of leaving my gear here, but there is a marmot house right next to my tent. Now where he goes, I don't know, but it's all full of poop right here. This one goes straight down. I came from over here, just that sharp drop off above it. The trail switches up and down, and I'm following this old rustic trail, which was probably the previous way up here, and you can see it here, and it switches back down there. Still on this old trail, pretty easy to follow. I recommend it if you can find it. And I hear the waterfall from Lower Lamark Lake feeding Grass Lake, and that's where this trail crosses. And now we're back into mosquito land.